Our next speaker today is here from Barcelona. Of course, we're here in his hometown, and we're actually in an area that he knows very well because Fira and especially the Gran Via and the neighborhoods are where the Mobile World Congress happens every year. And so Aleix Valls is the current CEO of the Mobile World Capital Barcelona Foundation and is responsible for 4YFN. And one more little fact I learned about him was that he's a father of 3 children, 2 of which were born almost within the same year. They're 11 months apart. And the last one was born just a month before last year's Mobile World Congress. So what an adventure. Thanks so much, Aleix, for being here.
Good evening, everyone. A pleasure to be here. Welcome all of you to Barcelona. I was born here in Barcelona. I have been living in several places and always having clear to get back to Barcelona. I hope you will understand during these 3 days visiting Barcelona that is a place that worth to live. The title of my presentation is, Are you ready for the mobile era? I suppose I need to know something about mobile because I work on that field, but first of all, I have to tell you that I don't have any recommendation about what mobile phone you need to buy next, except Galaxy Note 7 that used to explode. Okay? That is my only advice regarding handset in the mobile space. Okay, where we are now, we can do everything, everywhere, anywhere. That is what has changed dramatically the way that we live. That is what mobile technology, and mobile technologies in a wide sense, has transformed our lives, our society, and the way that we relate one to each other, with businesses and between us. But that revolution is already undertaken, but it's just at the really beginning. Internet is with us more than 20 years, but mobile is almost less than 10. That means that even we are already aware that mobile is a big thing, it's just the beginning. Plenty of opportunities for you as a high-tech entrepreneurs. And I would like to share with you some figures, some numbers about the size of this revolution and which business opportunities are behind that dramatic change of paradigm on the society. We are 7 billion of people, and we are already 7 billion of mobile connections, single connections, okay? That was reached in 2015. That was the time that we have the same number of mobile connections that people in this planet, but in 2017, next year, we are going to reach 9.7 billion of connections, thanks to what you already know called IoT, Internet of Things. 0.5% of the populations are mobile. That is dramatically big. That means that we have almost 3.5 billion people that owns a mobile device and they are connected. That is the penetration of the type of connectivity. For 2017, 3G used to be the old way that we were connected. It's going to reach 5 billion. 4G, full deployment, is going to reach, in 2017, almost 1 billion users of 4G active users. In 2020, we have planned the deployment of 5G networks that are going to change everything forever because latency time will disappear. The way that you will see Netflix and the way that you will be able to download a movie in a mobile, it will take you seconds instead of minutes, or instead of hours as it's taking today in 3G. But it's not just about the speed of the connection and how much mobiles we have in our pockets nowadays. It's about the amount of information, how much data nowadays has been created. In 2012, we were creating per year something like an exabyte. An exabyte is around 1 billion gigabytes. Okay? By 2017, we are going to be creating per year 2 exabytes of mobile data volume. Is this data relevant? I don't know. But of course, it's creating a challenge, how you're able to find the relevant data for you, for your business, for your startup, and the ones that will leverage on the fact to be able to identify, browse, and put at disposal the relevant information for the user are going to have a big piece of the business, okay? Find something in this amount of data. It's impossible just putting a keyword in your browser. Why that thing is so different from another platforms that we have seen in previous years about the development of technology at disposal of users. Here, what we see is the evolution of the big items or the big platforms that has been aware from that. We start in the 60s with mainframe. that we get almost 1 million installation of mainframes. For the ones that we don't know, because even I don't see so much, there is young people here, some of you even was not born at that time, mainframe was a big thing, only available for big corporations, big national institutions, and for banks, and this type of we moved to microcomputers, 10 millions, PCs, 100 millions, desktop internet, what we call laptops, a billions, mobile internet, 10 billions for 2010. That means we change one figure, one magnitude, the scale of what is changing. What's next? What is going to be the next big thing? Internet of Things, cloud, and the convergence of the non-physical world with the digital world. That, of course, is an economic revolution. Well, health are going to be dramatically impacted for this. Cities are getting every time more and more complex to manage. More people are moving to cities to live. We start to see cities with the same population of countries. And of course, we need operating systems to manage the complexity, the data, the traffic, the pollution, the health, the way that the retails are delivering services. Everything is going to be mobile first or mobile only really soon. We see here in Barcelona, Amazon launching Amazon Prime. A month ago, this week, Amazon was launching the first physical retail shop, fully integrated with technology that you don't have cashiers, even lines. In Seattle, we're going to see a fully convergence between digital and non-digital experience, and cities are going to be the places where we will see flourish all of that convergence between digital and non-digital experience. Education, big change, big business, and a big opportunity to improve, to engage, and to deliver new contents and new way to learning. Almost every sector, as you know, are going to be digitally transformed. But this is not just about a social revolution. And you know, the Arab Spring, a lot of things has happened, and mobile has been the first, and forever, the first democratic tool to be able to allow people to create content, to create opinion, to deliver a point of view at the right time, where you are, everywhere, anywhere. This puts mobile as the first universal tech product. Developing countries are skipping the laptop phase. We will see, for example, in Africa, that they are not going to acquire a PC. They are going to be fully mobile. They are going to skip the PC era, and they are going to be fully mobile. Here in this graph, what you see is the population of the world, population over 16 mobile users that are matching the population that is over 60. That means that at the moment that you get a little bit older, you get your mobile. So after 30 years of PC domination, tech ecosystem is fully mobile. Here you see the estimated global installations of operating systems that are mainly the ones who are having all the entire market, as you know, iOS and Android mobile phones. By 2010, we see that joystick, where you see completely where the installations of PC are around 1.5 billion, where we are reaching almost 3.6 billion of iOS and Android smartphone installations. That is connection, that is content, that is data, but that is also that you are able to get a supercomputer in your pocket. A Pentium, a PC, in 95, get 5.5 million transistors. iPhone 6 get 6 billion transistors. That means that nowadays what you carry on in your pocket with a battery, with connectivity, with Wi-Fi, have the computer power of a PC used to have 20 years ago. Everyone gets one at least. I like that picture, and most probably for some of you is the way that you have always enjoyed a concert. But before, smoking was so bad and start to be trendy, everybody has a lighter in your pocket, and when you go to a concert, you turn on your lighter. But now you have your mobile phone with your torch, and you change your habit. It's really a way that we're changing that. But millennials have done that thing always, and they don't know that we used to do it with a lighter before. Internet moved to mobile, and mobile is not just a screen size. A smartphone is getting the main channel for accessing internet. Here you see data about different years the penetration, how people are browsing the internet. Here is in Spain. And as you can see, smartphones are taking everything. Then if you are deploying your startup and you're thinking, we need to be mobile, we need to be responsive, we need to do an app, we need to consider our company mobile first or not, I don't know, but if you want to be an internet company, definitely you need to be mobile first, if not, in 5 years, mobile only. Mobile is moving fast, and the most agile corporations in this world, I can call maybe Facebook, they already know that. And in 2010, they decide to pivot the entire company from a desktop experience to a fully mobile experience. Nowadays, almost, as you can see here, the evolution in 2015, the million of only mobile active users are reaching almost more than 1 billion in Q3. Okay? That means that Facebook is only or mainly mobile access. People is using internet now everywhere when they are, because internet is becoming mobile. E-commerce is system to mobile. I was explaining Amazon and how we are going to see not any more poor players of e-commerce. They are going to see a blended between offline and offline experience. Omnichannel is here to stay and to really reshape the way that retailers are delivering the experience of shopping, introducing machine learning, big data, and really getting the right proposal and the right value proposition for each client that is having an experience into the shop. So internet is mobile, but internet becomes different. Why is different? Because the way that we browse and the way that we discover content and the way that we interact in internet, if it's through a mobile, is completely different. It's something that we call, and used to use, we call apps, okay? Apps are a mess. I don't know what you think about apps, but somebody knows how many apps there are in app stores nowadays? Somebody can guess? Is millions or is billions? Billions. Okay, 1.2 billions of apps that are already available in your app store. That means if you are an entrepreneur and you're trying to launch an app and you want that somebody go to the app store, find your app, and download it, it's like the same idea is that you have the biggest Walmart of the world that have 1.3 billions on the shelf, and you're expected that somebody is walking by, suddenly turn the head and decide to take your app from the app store. That means that are getting really, really complicated to be relevant on the app economy and to be discovered by a user. Even your app is fantastic, you really need to know how you are able to be relevant and be the one who are selected by the shell, the one who are selected and the one who download this app. We're going to see big investment from big startups closing big amount of money of investors just to spend it in Facebook to be able to get installations of the app, especially on the B2C space. But as I say at the beginning, we are just at the beginning. Plenty of opportunities. Even we look like mobile internet has been there forever, or mobile is there, or WhatsApp is there forever. That is not true. That has been started at scale, as we see on the graph before, less than 10 years ago. Things are changing. 90% of the technology to build a drone is mobile technology, except from the helicopter piece. The cars are going to be fully disrupted by mobile. Connected car, electrification of cars, the convergence of cars, who are going to be the ones. It's going to be the same that happens with Microsoft and the mobile, that they lose the battle, and they were not able to reach and be, by definition, the operating system of the mobile area, where they used to be the, by definition, operating system of the PC area. Who are going to be the one who are creating the operating system of the connected car? It's going to be Google, it's going to be Apple. Okay, that's most probably yes. And who are going to be the ones who are going to address the fact that we are not going to own anymore a car, and we are going just to access and order a car that is picking me from point A, B, and deliver it to point B. Most probably it's going to be Uber, Lyft, and what will happen with the car manufacturers. They are going to be just as telcos managing the hardware piece. Mobile is everywhere. Internet of Things, wearable, tablets, connected cars, connected TVs, smartphones. A month and a half ago, it was a really hard hacker attack to the DNS servers that are managing the way that we are translating URLs to IP directions, and that was addressed with a massive DOS hacker attack, DOS is a denial of service, and 90% of the machines that were having access to the servers that are solving the directions of the internet were IoT devices. It was your fridge and your television that were previously hacked, and they were used after that to hack the servers and block, for example, Spotify or Twitter over a night of Friday, month and a half ago. The flow of data and communications has dramatically grown exponentially. What you see here is the fiber cables that are connecting the wall and the water to be able to connect the different parts of the wall and deliver cross-border bandwidth interregional. What you see on the graph is the evolution of the amount of data that is delivered nowadays since 2005 to 2015. New platforms open new routes to business models. Monthly active users on the mobile space. It means if you want to be relevant nowadays in the internet, you need to address these platforms to be able to be known by your clients. Facebook, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat, WeChat, Badu, and the different operating systems. User is still at the center of the mobile area, but market rules are different. I'm finishing here, and I'm just to a little bit joke a bit. This is a Scott Galloway presentation from L2, and I copied some of the slides or inspired some of the slides. This is the market cap of the Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google. I suppose all of you know that companies. If I add the market capitalization of these 4 companies, are equivalent of the GDP of Australia, Spain, or South Korea, even more. That means that the influence of that companies, as a companies, is bigger than the GDP of Australia. Number of employees of Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Google all together, 310,388. That, if you are not familiar, that is the same population of a small town in Spain called Valladolid. Okay? The average value per employee is almost 10 million. If we compare with the higher GDP per habitant on the world, that is called Monaco. That is Valladolid. That is Australia. That means that the population of Valladolid is able to deliver the same amount of value of the entire Australia. Okay, that is dramatically awesome, and it's changing. These people is destroying jobs, I don't know, but for sure they are doing more with less. Human resources, return on human resources. This is the valuation by billions of the different companies, the number of employees, of the average value by employee. For example, Facebook, they have a valuation of 228 billion. They have 10,000 employees, and an average value by employee by 22 million. If you compare to another ones that are on the advertising business, like WPP or New York Times, the valuation of New York Times is 2.2 billion. They have 3,500 employees, and they are able to get a value for each employee of $600,000. Return on human resources. Number of employees needs to generate 10 million revenue. Facebook needs only 6 guys to create 10 million revenue. WPP that needs 70. Omnicom 45. Publicis 78. Return on investment, or again, on human resources. How many people needs Amazon to create 10 million in revenue? 17. Macy's 62. Nordstrom 43. Sears 63. They work different. They deliver different. They have understand that things are changed. They are fully digital, but Amazon is open retail stores. The same for handset manufacturers. Apple, 5 to create 10 million. Samsung, 92, and they explode. That is a brain drain. That is a dramatic shake on the corporate America. That is the graph of people that move from P&G to Google, Facebook, and Amazon. If you add 65th employees from P&G move to Google, Facebook, and Amazon. The same happened to L'Oreal, to Unilever, still louder. These companies are not just players on the digital space. They are also moving on that space. How many people move on the other way? 4 employees. In 2015, move from Google, Facebook, and Amazon to Procter & Gamble. That means that they are not just people that goes native digital. They are also able to be attractive for corporates. No more things, not only good news for them. The retention that they have and the way to capture talent is awesome, but the way to retain the talent is low. There's an opportunity to get that. That's it. I'm finishing. Time over. 1 minute left. What about you? Are you ready for this mobile area? I want to share with you these ideas, these numbers, these figures, that at the end is not just about revolutions, 3, 4 industrial revolutions. Things are happening. Numbers speak by themselves. And I think with this brief presentation, you get a flavor that if you are now starting your mobile business, if you are starting your business, it has to be mobile first, for sure, if not mobile only. Thanks very much.